This is it, you guys. We finally entered the final month of 2021. We've entered the dreaded Christmas period, and not only is this day signified by it being my birthday, like, that's it, you guys. Man's turning 30 years old today. It's actually mad. Like, I don't even feel like I'm 30. I don't even feel like I look like I'm 30 either. So make sure you guys are gonna be nice in the comment section, yeah, after me saying that. But it's actually just so mad to deep, to be fair. But today, I'm hoping I get the perfect birthday present away from home at Vicarage Road by seeing my beautiful blue team pick up the 3 points in spectacular fashion against Watford today, especially after that incredibly annoying draw against Man United earlier this weekend. I'm going to let you guys know straight away that I am going to do a watch along for the Watford game today. Yeah, that's it. I need to work on my birthday, man. It doesn't stop, even though I have stopped these past few months, but I'm back now and I'm looking to just bang out some great quality content for you guys. And today, I'm feeling optimistic and I'm feeling happy. So let's hope that the team today gets the 3 points, because currently Man City are only 1 point behind us and Liverpool are only 2 points behind us. For me, yeah, this feels like this will be one of the tightest title challenge races in recent memory. And today, we can't afford to slip or lack that clinical finishing ability on the day of my birthday. So, to continue on, you guys, let's talk about Watford. Let's break them down. What are we going to expect from them today? Well, we do know that we are going to be up against our former manager in Claudio Ranieri. Now, Ranieri has already played against a former club, with Watford picking up a 4-2 loss against Leicester earlier this weekend. Now, I do like Ranieri, but today we must continue Ranieri's poor records when it comes to playing against former clubs. Now, Watford under Ranieri, even though there hasn't been much of a point difference, you know, he's managed 6 games, they picked up 2 wins and picked up 4 losses. Those 2 wins were spectacular. They got a combined 9 goals against Man United and Everton, only conceding 3 goals against them. But they have lost 4 games, they are conceding a lot of goals. However, Watford are a different team now. Ranieri has brought that bravery. He's got them playing attacking football, and I think that's represented by the fact that Watford have 3 players already that have scored 5 Premier League goals. That's Sarr, Dennis, and of course Joshua King. They are a team that play with balls. They're a team that will go out and attack. And unfortunately, even though their final third player in their attack is definitely of great quality, the defense behind them might not live up to that same standards. For me, there's an opportunity here right now to take advantage of that, to pick these guys off in the transition. And to do that, we must be clinical with the opportunities that we do create. Now, it seems like I've manifested some birthday luck today, because Watford are going to be out with Sarr, they're going to be out with Dennis, and they have so many injuries to players in their squad right now. And even though we're suffering some injuries of our own, the quality of our squads, but just how, you know, strong and deep it is, for me, there's no excuses today not to pick up the 3 points if we want to win the Premier League title. In today's match preview, guys, I'm going to break down Tuchel's press conference. I'm actually going to spend some time with this because this was one of the best ones I've obviously watched in a very long time. After that, we'll break down the possible potential team lineups we're going to see. And at the end, I'm going to give you guys my match prediction too. So if you're happy with the video, if you want to wish me a happy birthday, then the best way to do that, you guys, is to smash that like button. You know, let's get over 2k likes today. Come on, let's get over 2k likes. And without wasting any more time, we start the press conference off and let's go through the team injury news. Now, I think the big ones are that Ben Chilwell, Kante, and of course Cover are still out. However, we got some slightly concerning news that in the case of Werner, Jorginho, and Reece James, these guys will be touch and go. Let's hope that we're not going to suffer injuries throughout this month, because if we do, this could really just, you know, kill a lot of momentum that we've built so impressively during the start of the season. Are we going to see Lukaku starting? Well, it feels like we are going to see Lukaku getting some minutes at least. He might not necessarily start because, of course, you know, we can't afford to just overload him immediately. But now let's move on to one of the most interesting parts of the press conference. And this was a complete transparency from Thomas Tuchel in regards to the situation, the contract situation surrounding Christensen. Now, I thought we all originally believed that Trevor Chalobah, just through his own hard work and quality, rightfully got himself into the first team. However, Tuchel did stress that this was a club tactic because him and the club are quite frustrated with Christensen and how he's prolonged contract situations. As Tuchel said, they begin off the belief that Christensen has agreed 2 contracts. One was for a long-term deal, which was 5 years, which was originally agreed upon, and then it wasn't. That then became a 3-year contract extension, and there are still further delays around that. Now, we do know that Christensen's dad has always been his agent and representative, and this is a guy that is, he's not a pushover, he plays hardball. I don't really understand maybe the negotiation tactics they're using. Could there be a slight possibility that, Christensen and his team are maybe even looking at options abroad as well? We do know that Barcelona, Bayern, and many top clubs in Europe have been looking at him. Tuchel has stressed to Christensen that, you keep saying that you want to stay in the club, but that's not being reflected by you accepting the new contracts, and there seems to be some growing frustration bubbling behind the scenes right now. Now that Tuchel set the cat out of the bag, I guess all the pressure is now on Christensen and his team to get this extension signed if they're serious about committing their futures with us. But irrespective of this, we cannot forget that even though maybe Trevor's been like a little bit of a pawn in this whole game, he has rightfully been in the team, for me, based on his quality and his merit. And he's continuing to shine the light on the academy and reminding the club that, listen, we have great depth and quality that we produce for free. When Trevor's been in the team, there's literally been no quality difference whatsoever. He's added so much quality to the team. He shows us what he does by making things happen on the field with his incredible passes from deep, and of course his ability to push forward as well too. And let's not forget the goals he's been scoring as well. I want to congratulate Trevor Chalobah. He's taken his opportunities in spectacular fashion this season, and for me, after his big game performances, Tuchel has to see him in the same quality and light as the rest of our defence. So that's my opinions on that situation. Of course, you guys in the comments, leave yours below. I'm going to go through a few other bullet points too from the press conference. Of course, Tuchel did talk about the Ballon d'Or achievements from the club and individuals in the women's team and the men's team as well. Tuchel praised the entirety of the club, and he did state that, of course, it's an ambition, of course, to remain, again, the club of the year once the season does end, which is a great achievement for me. But anyway, let's continue on with Tuchel's thoughts on the Ballon d'Or. And for me, Tuchel today was just literally speaking facts and truth after truth after truth. Tuchel said that he doesn't necessarily believe in individual honours, thinking that with just how complex football is today and how important the team effort is, it's a bit hard for him to accept individuals over the team. He gave an example that last year the entire squad was actually surprised that Lewandowski didn't rightfully win the Ballon d'Or. Tuchel actually hinted that maybe a lot of these votes are dependent on the politics behind them, and they don't necessarily reflect that true honesty. That was the impression I was getting from his press conference. And now I'm going to end with the final important points in the press conference. Hawks turn towards left wing back. With Ben Chilwell being out for the next 6 weeks, Marcos Alonso being the only recognised left wing back at this point in time, Tuchel did stress that, listen, Alonso has won a Premier League title with us before, his start of the season was good and he's still an experienced player to have in the team. He did acknowledge though that he can't rely on him for every game, all 8 games during this month, that's too much. And he did hint towards finding some creative solutions at left wing back, even mentioning that don't be surprised to see Hudson-Odoi playing some games there during this month. So you guys, that was the press conference out of the way. We now move on to the predicted lineup, with injuries affecting the squad right now, and with Tuchel hinting at the fact that we may see some surprises at left wing back. I think this game versus Watford could be the perfect opportunity to rotate the team a bit, because, and I'm not trying to sound arrogant, currently Watford are 16th, they lose a lot of games, they win some, and they never draw. That tells you everything you need to know about that attacking mentality in which they play with, and I think we can afford to maybe rotate some players today, and of course prepare for bigger fixtures later this month. So 2 lineups today. We start with the first one. Of course, I've gone for the standard 3-4-3. In goal, I've gone for Mendy. In defence, I've gone for Trevor Chalobah, Silva, and Rudiger as well. In midfields, I've gone for Saul, and I've gone for Loftus-Cheek. And for wing-backs in this first one, I've gone for Hudson-Odoi down the left-hand side. I've gone for Azpilicueta down the right-hand side. And up front, Mason Mount on the left. Kai Havertz as a false 9. On the right-hand side, I've gone for Christian Pulisic as well too. Now, for me, I've gone for this lineup because I do think that with Hudson playing as a left wing back in this system, and there's a difference now between how we rotate in the wide areas. Hudson and Mason Mount for me have a great footballing understanding and connection, And with how these guys like to rotate, sometimes with Hudson-Odoi making the, inverted run inside and Mason Mount holding this position up wide on the left, these guys will rotate their positions as the game goes on. So Hudson-Odoi in that sense wouldn't even necessarily play as like a defensive left wing back at all. And by having Rudiger behind him, Rudiger that's very aggressive at pushing up to stop the spaces for counter-attacks, I do think that this could be a profitable tactical move to make against Watford today. I've gone for Pulisic because of course maybe Ziyech could be rested after he put in an intense defensive performance against Man United. And with Havertz up front as a false nine, having this type of quality in behind and inside the books, I think that, this is a lineup that can get the goals. Now, of course, if you're going to have Pulisic, you need to have some protection behind him. That's why Azpilicueta is back in the team, because Reece James, of course, is an injury doubt. And of course, end with the big major points, Loftus-Cheek and Saul. Now, I'm not going to go for Barkley in midfield. I don't think he's a midfield player like that. When it comes to progressing the ball, that's not his best point. But when it comes to his final third play, I'm sure we'll see him maybe as a sub in the second half. But this is a big game for Saul to show what he can do, to really impress Tuchel. There's going to be opportunities now to get minutes in games. So if he performs well, Tuchel will give him more opportunities, and him playing well in that Jorginho role could be quite interesting today. I don't think Sal's been amazing, but at the same time, he hasn't been awful. I guess I want to just see something from him, and today is an opportunity for that. And I do think with Loftus-Cheek too, the fact that there should be more spaces to play through the middle now. He'll definitely have the opportunity to, break forward, break the lines. He wasn't able to do that consistently because United had like 3 defensive midfielders parking the bus in the middle. So I thought the criticism that he was receiving was extremely harsh, and maybe people didn't deep the tactical nature behind why that happened in the first place. So anyway, you guys, that is the first lineup out of the way first. Now we move on to the second lineup, and a part of me was thinking to go for like a 3-5-2. Maybe we might see someone like a Mount in midfield alongside Loftus-Cheek and Saul. But with Lukaku being a bit touch and go, I don't think we can have maybe Kai Havertz and Pulisic up front. I don't think that's going to work. So for the second one, again, another 3-4-3. This time I've gone for Marcos Alonso and Azpilicueta as wing backs in this game. Midfield of Saul and Loftus-Cheek. And up front, I've gone for Hudson-Odoi, Mason Mount, and Kai Havertz as well. I do think that, Mount's ability to just find spaces and link up and connect is an underrated part of his game. And I think when he combines with players that move as well too, like your Kais and your Hudson-Odois, I think that you really see him come to light even more. Mount he's had some difficulties during the start of the season. We know that he's had his wisdom teeth taken out, and that's affected his ability to play. He's lost a bit of weight as well too from that, because I guess he can't train as much. I haven't had that situation before. If you guys have had any issues with your teeth and they've had to get removed, of course, give us some context in the comment section below so we can understand maybe what Mason Mount could be going through. But anyway, you guys, they are the 2 predicted lineups. We're now in things my match prediction, and for my predicted scoreline, I'm going for a 3-0 away win for us. Yes, I know we have injuries, but at the same time, Watford also have them, and we are playing against a Watford team that likes to attack, and they're happy to leave those spaces in the back. They do get picked up on the counter-attack and in the transition as well. And with however prone their defenders can be, I think when you have our high-pressing, counter-pressing game against a team like that, we can force even more individual mistakes from them in their own half. So I do think that we have the quality regardless to get goals today. We have the options and quality off the bench as well too. I'd imagine Lukaku will come on at some point in this game, and hopefully, and I do feel a bit confident, he will get a goal. And to be honest, I like to see that because it's my birthday and I want Lukaku to score on my birthday, you guys. So on that note, I'm Nini FC, this is Blue Lions TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.